Hi, I'm Underbelly, and you suck at producing. Rap. What is it? Why does it exist? Who does rap? And most importantly, how does one produce it? Well, rap, or hip hop, as some like to call it, is made by a people called rappers, a group of individuals who lack the basic communication skills to function in everyday society. Instead of expressing themselves in a civilized manner, such as in a public forum or a persuasive essay, rappers are forced to communicate in the only way they know how, by yelling profanities into a microphone, not unlike our poor Uncle Joe. After being recorded, these rap profanities are packaged, distributed, and sold to today's youth, who often don't realize that the rap they know and love was in fact written by this man. Today, we're going to look at a rap profanity made by my rapper friend Ross, the dopest gringo alive, to properly examine the power of rap music. Let's get it.
All right, check it. Let's go ahead and open up Ross's profanity folder and see what we got crack-a-lackin'.
Mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking. I feel forsaken by my eyes. It feels amazing.
Okay, that's enough. It's not great, but we'll see what we can do about it. All right, let's go ahead and drag Ross's copious profanity onto our swag rap track inside of the beat and see how that sounds.
Underbelly.
Okay. So far, so good. So Ross doesn't fuck it all up.
Mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking.
Excuse me, I had to clear my mouth of vomit. As you guys can probably hear, Ross is coming a little bit hot. He's a little bit early on this track, which was fine. I mean, he's a young guy. It's not unusual for men his age to, jump the gun a little bit. But here's the thing. Uncle Joe likes his men young and long-lasting. We can't leave Uncle Joe high and dry, or else we'll have to break out the whip. So Ross is going to need a little help in this department. He gets a little overly excited sometimes. We got to, nudge him a little bit. So let's go ahead and move Ross over to the right so he can be more in tune and on time to Uncle Joe's needs.
Mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking. I feel forsaken by my eyes. It feels amazing.
Okay, that's better. Let's move him to the left a little bit.
Mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking. I feel forsaken by my eyes. It feels amazing. The sky above is breaking, raining colors through my mental sphere. Waves cross of reason and desire left me settled.
Swag. All right, totally swagging, dude. Ross is now officially in tune and on time. Go ahead and give yourselves a pat on the shoulder. You're doing great. Let's go ahead and insert an EQ8 onto the swag rap track and see what's going on in the frequency spectrum inside of Ross's voice. Let's get it.
It's amazing. The sky above is breaking, raining colors through my mental.
Ooh, you guys hear this?
Through my.
Okay, sticking out like an infected green splinter is this pop in the lower frequency of Ross's voice. Probably while he was rapping, Ross, he's got a lot of saliva. All right, he's got a lot of saliva coming out of his mouth, and probably one of his spittles hit the microphone and created this ugly pop in the lower frequency spectrum of his voice. We can't have that. Let's go ahead and surgically remove it using our EQ8. We're gonna raise the cutoff point of the frequency spectrum around 100 hertz so we can get rid of the low frequency ugliness inside of Ross's voice.
Above is breaking, raining colors through my mental sphere.
Oh God,
Waves
yes.
cross of reason and desire left me settled.
And just like that, children, the spittle has effectively been neutralized. Give yourselves another pat on the shoulder. You guys are doing great. You deserve it. All right.
Through my mental sphere, waves cross of reason and desire left me settled here.
Okay, so as I said earlier, Ross can get a little overly excited sometimes. For example, whenever he says the word tilapia, it's always a bit too loud, and frankly, it's kind of off-putting. I know he likes tilapia, which is why he always smells like salty fish, but here's the thing. If tilapia is too loud and we want to turn it down by just moving the volume knob on our swag rap track, that means everything else is going to be turned down too, and we won't be able to hear what else Ross has to say about things. What if there was a magical audio tool that could allow us to selectively turn down Ross's voice whenever it gets a little bit too loud, while leaving the rest of Ross's rap at the same volume? Well, children, today's your lucky day. Go ahead and meet my new friend, Curtis the Compressor. Now, Curtis, he's a really great guy. He's going to shush Ross whenever he says things like tilapia or strap-on or latex or anything else he says that's, usually too loud, while leaving the rest of Ross's voice intact. Curtis has a knob right here called threshold. So, for example, whenever Ross says something over, let's say, minus 12.1 decibels, Curtis is going to shush him by lowering the volume selectively and leaving the rest of the rap intact. Let's go ahead and solo him out and see how it works.
Mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking, I feel forsaken.
So notice whenever Ross says something a little bit too loud, Curtis's needle goes up. This is the amount of gain reduction or volume reducing Curtis is doing to Ross's voice. Now, Ross is saying a lot of things really fast in quick succession because, as after all, he is a rapper. So Curtis has to react super quickly to Ross's voice. Let's go ahead and lower the attack and release to be super fast so Curtis can have properly react to whenever Ross says tilapia or latex or whatever else he has to say about things.
Mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking, I feel forsaken by my eyes, it feels amazing.
Okay, so that's sounding pretty good, but we're still overall lowering the volume of Ross's voice. If I turn Curtis off,
mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking,
Ross sounds louder than with Curtis on.
Mechanical vibration.
But see, Curtis, he's a really nice guy. He, he's in tune to Ross's feminine needs, which is why he has a makeup knob. Ross likes to wear makeup in his free time. Before he was a rapper, he was actually a drag queen. But then, the whole salty fish smell kind of got in the way of that, and he had to, drop it, which is fine. So,
mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking, I feel forsaken by my eyes, it feels amazing.
Notice how it's subtle, but Ross's voice sounds a lot tighter, just more powerful and compact, allowing him to, project through the beat and developing the copious profanity styles that we're looking for. Let's hear it.
Mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking, I feel forsaken by my eyes, it feels amazing. The sky above is breaking, raining colors through my mental sphere. Waves cross a breeze and desire left me settled here.
Alright, Ross's voice already sounds totally sick. Let's solo it out again.
Mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking, I feel forsaken by
We're running into another problem. Ross's s sounds are a little bit off-putting. They're also a little bit too loud. What if we had a version of Curtis, but only for the sis sounds? Essentially, we would be turning down Ross's voice automatically whenever he sis a little bit too much. We can't do it in the EQ8 because that'll also get rid of other frequencies we don't want to be turned down. So let's go ahead and insert another compressor. We're going to call this one Craig the Compressor, and Craig is just simply going to be devoted to Ross's super high frequencies for when he does the sounds. This is called a de-esser, which is actually called Craig. This de-esser is going to be called Craig. Notice how whenever Ross says a sus sound,
I feel forsaken by my
the gain reduction over here, which is the same principle as the needle over here, just a slightly different visualization. The gain reduction
I feel forsaken by my eyes
reacts to Ross's sounds and, gets rid of him like a surgically removal cis tool. Let's get it.
Mechanical vibrations, alive and waking, flies baking, I feel forsaken by my eyes, it feels amazing. The sky above is breaking, raining colors through my mental sphere. Waves cross the breeze.
Swag.
Congratulations. Ross's voice now sounds totally swagging. Go ahead and give yourselves a tap on the wrist. Be sure to check out Ross's new EP, The Best Digit Can Do Right Now. And remember, Uncle Joe is always watching. I'm Underbelly. Have a great day.